Hi, everyone. Welcome to our presentation. Our project is on human-AI collaboration on college students, specifically tangible creation, so building poetic scenes with Lego bricks. My name is Connie Gu. I'm Shelly. And this work is in collaboration with Wang from Wellesley College, and we're advised by Dr. Orit, who's sitting in the audience right now. So existing literature often associates play with younger children, and there's very limited research on the effect of play on lifelong learning. So we focused on our research on college students, and we wanted to see the impact of human AI co-creation on specifically tangible play, and how there might be there can be new perception in the creative process involving AI tools. And the combination of tangible and digital play actually helps externalizing ideas for users and augmenting play experience. And previous research has shown that, has mainly focused on the development of AI tools on, creative tasks and prompting guidelines for using generated art AI. And we specifically focus on, poetic language and poetry when we talk about creativity here, because we want to explore the process or the transformation from text to visual and tangible, and how this process can have potential to, for us to unlock new narratives and meanings in our creative process. So here comes to our research question: to what extent does the use of a generative AI tool facilitate individuals' creative expression in terms of tangible play? So in terms of our procedure, we had a 3-session intervention. Between each intervention, there's a 2 to 3 days interval. We randomly assign our participants into 2 groups. The first control group is the Lego only group, in which they're given a poem and they were not given the AI tool. And the AI group was given an AI tool called OpenArt, and it allows users to do text to image as well as image to image generation. So in terms of study setup, we started off with training. So all participants watched a YouTube video titled Creative Storytelling Produced by Lego. And then the OpenArt group received a tutorial in terms of how to use this tool. In terms of the Lego building, each participants were given 15 minutes to build based on a poem that was given. And at the end of the construction process, they were given 1 minute to record an audio description. We kept it open-ended in terms of what to include in the 1 minute recording. And here are some pictures from our study. In the middle is an example of an AI generation. We did not give specific guidelines in terms of how and when to use the tool, just to see how novices navigate this new system. In terms of data collection, we collected both quantitative and qualitative data. We operationalized structural complexity, and we gave we gave different emphasis based on different elements of their Lego bricks, and then we ran a non-parametric test to see their improvements in structural complexity. In terms of qualitative data, we collected the 1 minute recording from participants, as well as their interaction within OpenArt. So here are the results. As you can see, the red line is the AI group, and then the blue line is the non-AI group. So the AI group started off with a higher baseline, but we observed less improvements in growth in structural complexity, while the non-AI group learned and gained proficiency in Lego building. So in terms of participants' narrative, we observed increased personal voice throughout the building session, as well as incorporate direct emotions from their past experiences based on the poem. Participants also incorporated personal memories, and we observed that both groups emphasized the creative process as well as the decision making in the recording.
So throughout the process, we see mainly two strategies used by our participants. The first one is like the direct input. So majority of them, they just put the entire poem into the input field and then wait for the generated results. And some participants, they didn't even mention, using AI in their Lego description. And the other strategy is iteration. So participants, they incorporate their personal interpretation of the poem into the prompts, and some of them test different phrases and reflected their own comprehension, and so like they went through the iterative process. And some other participants also use image to image strategy, so they input the Lego structure image and then in the OpenArt.
So we observed different kind of use of OpenArt, so as well as involving engagement in OpenArt. We have some participants who were really hesitant about using OpenArt at first because of their proficiency in generative AI. We realized that participants who use direct poem input had less interaction and less integration of AI generated ideas, while participants who are more proficient with generative AI had more frequent iteration as well as more interaction and integration. We see OpenArt as both an inspiration as well as creative impasses throughout the creation process. One participant expressed that they use the OpenArt as an inspiration, but there are also participants who build based on the OpenArt generation and realize that they start to run out of ideas and they don't have anything to build anymore.
Yeah, so throughout this process, we've seen first an increase in the building proficiency across our participants, and especially with an increase in structural complexity score. And we also saw an increase in familiarity with the AI tool. So the participants, they started to actively engage with various prompting strategy and invented themselves even.
So in terms of improvements, we hope to improve the study design, for example, bigger sample size, as well as more diverse Lego bricks. We also acknowledge that the poem language might be a barrier for non-English speakers. We also hope to implement creativity measures pre and post test.
So going beyond this, we wanted to keep exploring a broader influence of generative AI on creative experiences, with a specific focus on the connection between the sense of creative ownership and between AI and the creators. And then we wanted to see individuals' emotional connection with their co-created artifacts and how they have grown this, just like very personal connection between the AI tool and the artifacts. But that's everything we have today. Thank you.
Okay, we have time for some questions. Again, I invite, we have someone online. Oh, he's clapping. Anyone in the room have any questions? Yes, you need the.
Hello, you guys. This is really cool. You mentioned lifelong learning in the beginning. So I did wonder about the effects of age on this and the participants. You had said they were all college students. Did you have any more to say or any more insights maybe they didn't get to cover there on age and who participated and what their demographics were like in terms of the results? Were you able to explore that?
Yeah, so this study was carried among college students, and because we're from Wellesley College, so we were only able to just explore on our age group, like students in our age group. And so definitely this is something we want to keep exploring, just like to understand like how this might be different in different age groups. But specifically looking at college students is because first, tangible and digital play, like the combination can actually alleviate stress, because college students, we all have stress, and we think that playing with Lego could be a way to just like sorry, just to like make everything more playful, and then understanding how we interact with tangible objects, because like we're so used to using digital devices, but we barely consider like the tangibility of, our life. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question, and it's also about the diversity of the people who participated in your study. Did they have previous experience with AI? Did you train them up? Did you ask those questions?
Yeah, this is actually, we randomly selected our samples. And that's also part of the reason that we did not give like specific like training or like why we like randomly assign them to groups. Or like we didn't tell them like how and when to use the prompting, and like at what point to like implement, like integrate ideas from OpenArt. We want to see like how they're interacting with this new system, since OpenArt is new to everybody. But we did realize from our study that people with experiences have more tendency to be creative and co-create with the system. So our next step would be implementing a more comprehensive prompting training so that everybody has the same baseline in terms of like how to use the system.
Thank you.